Hey guys, it's Lisa and welcome to my channel. I'm excited today because this is the video where I draw a name for the winner of the rice papers. So at the end of this video, stay tuned for it because I'm going to draw someone's name. And then I'll send that person all the rice papers that I showed in a previous video. Now what I'm doing is making some ornaments, and I know this may be a little late for ornaments, but I had these that I needed to get finished, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm always, every season I'm at least one gathering where they do an ornament exchange. So this might be something that you might want to do for an ornament exchange, even if you've already decorated your tree. Now I'm going to be doing some different styles of these. Some I'm going to decoupage on one side, but decoupage if the napkin face down rather than putting the printed side on the outside. And the reason for that is so that you can see through the bulb from the other side. And then I'll just kind of make a little framed area where you can see that. But I'm kind of doing different things. I'm putting pictures in some I'm cutting out areas of a card, a greeting card that I'll use as the picture on the inside, and you'll just see I'm doing different things, and most of it I'm not going to have to explain through it, and I'll just kind of step in when I do need to explain. I had a viewer who mentioned doing the reverse decoupage. She had seen someone else do it on ornaments, so I thought I would add some of that in on these. Now what I'm painting over the top of this one is some bronze gilding wax. I felt like this color was in the picture on the inside, so I'm adding the bronze just to kind of deepen the color, but then I'm going to go over it with some gold gilding wax as well once this is dry. Now I'm starting to slow down on some of my Christmas decor because most people have bought their decor, and now I'm selling a lot of small gifts. So that's probably what I'm going to start concentrating a little bit more on. And my next video will be some small gifts that you can give kind of last minute or to use as stocking stuffers. Now I'm painting some of that gilding wax over the top of these because these are just the cheap Dollar Tree ornaments, and so I wanted to deepen the color of the little topper. And also, because these are cheap Dollar Tree ornaments and they're plastic, I'm doing something a little unconventional here, and I'm using my hot glue gun to melt a hole into the bottom so that I can glue that little tassel on. And this was just a pre-made tassel that came with this ribbon, and I just cut some of the tassels off and decided to use one on this. Now this is a more personal ornament, and what I do with this one is, this is just an old photo, and obviously this is not one that I will sell, but I made some trim out of my diced clay, and I'm gluing that with some Titebond glue around the outer edge. And now I'm painting the whole thing black, and this is just the color Caviar, which is a Dixie Belle black. But I'm going to paint the whole thing with the black. But the only thing that I'm going to leave black is this trim. And the reason I'm painting the whole thing is because I'm going to do a crackle finish on the rest. And I want that dark to shine through so or to show through so that this black trim won't look quite so out of place. And then I'm also going to go over the trim once it's dry with some white wax, and that will kind of put the white back into that. And hopefully those two additions will kind of bring this together. But once I get this whole thing painted black and let that dry, then I'll go over that black with some crackle medium. And Dixie Belle has a crackle medium that's just called Crackle. And so once this black is dry, I'll go over the whole thing with the crackle medium. And then once that dries to the touch, then I'll go back over this with another coat of white. And then you'll see this black crackle through. Now what I don't add the crackle finish to is this trim, because I didn't feel like there was any reason to crackle it since I'm going to be adding the white wax. And I'm using gilding wax on the top of this one also, but I'm using the color zinc because I didn't feel like the bronze or gold would go with this. Now what I'm doing with this next one, I've already decoupaged a napkin on the outside of it. So I didn't do the reverse decoupage on this one. And now I'm taking some tacky glue and rubbing over the entire thing. And I just decided to use my finger because of this round finish. So I just did a good layer over it, let that dry well, and then once it, or just dried to the touch actually, and then once it dried to the touch, I went over it with some Minwax polyacrylic, and I think I used a satin finish. And then that will dry and crack. And then I took some Dixie dirt and went over the top, and that settled down into the cracks to make them show up. And I hope you can see the cracks here. And here are all the ornaments complete. And now it's time for this month's drawing. So we've got all the names in there, and Kaylee's just going to pick one out. And it is, looks like Lisa Mingus. And her name there on YouTube is Lisa Mingus 7229. So Lisa, if you will email me your address, then I will send that right out to you. And I'll put my email address in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless you and your family.